Hello,
and welcome to USA News.
tonight we're going to talk about the Ebola epidemic.
And the Islamic State of Syria.
And we will have an interview with Secretary of State John Kerry.
The panic in USA increases. Of course, I talk about Ebola.
We're now at the hospital Yale New Haven. Here, Amber Wilson came yesterday. They think she got Ebola. The night before yesterday came Amber Wilson with a flight from Cleveland. She is at Yale New Haven, a hospital in the state Connecticut, to see if she has Ebola or not.
If it turns out that she has Ebola, she is the fourth person in USA.
A school in the state of Ohio has closed because of a teacher that works at the school was on the same plane as Amber Wilson. But even that the doctor says that the risk of someone to be affected on the plane is really low, the teacher will be at home, and the school will be closed a few weeks forward. We have just found out that Amber Wilson was sick longer than we thought. Amber had fever when she went on the plane. The airport set the stop at 38 grades, but Amber had 37.5 grades. But the risk that she affected someone else is still extremely small, because she didn't spewed or bleeding. But now we just have to wait.
There is a girl named Anna, 17 years old, that has written a fan fiction on Wattpad that now gives out as a book.
From just writing fan fictions on Wattpad to have one of them as a book.
It's so fun to give out my own book.
Anna Todd is 17 and her fan fiction After is the most read on Wattpad. For a week ago you could buy it as a book in shops and on iTunes.
It says that it's going to be a movie too.
It seems out like it's going in the right direction for Anna.
4 men dead in Texas Saturday afternoon.
4 men killed in Texas when the criminal league started early Saturday morning. Gilbert rushed in with a gas mask to try to save his brother. Reactive said tragedy. Both brothers died. A 5th worker has hospitalized. DuPont's company spokesman Aaron Woods said the failed on a container of mercaptan, a chemical used to make insecticide, around 4 a.m. Saturday. Plant officials don't know why the valve failed. Works were able to get leak under control around 6 a.m. 55 workers has already been exploded by the gas, said he. 4 workers died inside the unit and 5th was transferred to an area hospital, said officers. Friends said the surviving workers was talking about conscious late Saturday.
A teenage girl saved a 11-month baby from stop breathing at Walmart. She used CPR as she had learned in school. From now on, all schools in the USA going to learn CPR.
Pentagon and the White House recognize war against the Islamic State of Syria. But Jim Carrey, the Secretary of State in USA, tries to avoid the word war. He said, "I believe that war is the wrong choice of word and analogy. In fact, we're working with a very comprehensive global effort to reduce terrorism activity." Kerry is near the area to search for international coalition, something the President Barack Obama wants. A picture of a war against the Islamic State can be seen serious, because Kerry has called the old 4-star soldier John Allen to coordinate the international insurge against the Islamic State. USA is planning an attack against the Islamic State, a mission attack with a huge military, but it will happen in the spring.
We have an interview with John Kerry yesterday. It looked like this.
Yeah, and good afternoon from me. I'm sitting here with the USA Secretary of State, John Kerry. He was born in Aurora, Colorado, and is 70 years old. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon.
We'll start to talk about the Islamic State of Syria. How serious is the situation?
The situation is very serious, especially in the Arabic countries. They need help, and we can help them.
Isn't it dangerous for the USA?
It can happen, but IS is going to threaten us, and in worst case, try to ruin our country in the same state.
And if that happens, what is going to happen then?
Like Obama said, the man who trying to ruin USA is a dead man.
Okay, so like all military is going out.
Absolutely, then it's war.
But isn't you and the rest of the White House afraid of the new, will say, 9/11?
It can happen, but we can't be afraid of that way. We must show the world that USA is not afraid. We must show IS that they cannot defeat us, and not with a new 9/11.
So you isn't afraid?
No.
Okay. Now let's talk about Ebola. How can we stop it?
Well, in USA we're trying to invent a vaccination against Ebola, but it's really hard to do it.
How long do we need to wait?
I don't know. That's an impossible question to answer.
But there is hope to stop.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Now how can we stop the Ebola first so don't reach USA?
I believe that the people is scared, so I hope they didn't want to leave US, and especially not for African countries where Ebola is worse.
But is it a big chance that Ebola become dangerous even in our country?
Because we are a rich country, it's harder for the Ebola to reach us. It's still a danger because it's killing much people in USA, so there can be changes. But our research and doctors is working on it.
Overall, USA is a very central country right now.
Yes, it's having many things here.
So, thank you, John, and good luck to you.
Thank you. Have a good time.
And thanks for me and back.
One Direction came to Orlando in November.
During 17 and 18 November, 29 lucky Directioners ride with a friend or family member to Orlando, where one day will have a concert to celebrate the new album 4. These 29 lucky kids are going to meet one day. They joined a competition on Instagram there they had to make a video to show their love for the guys. I am now at the hotel where the fan sleeps, and here we have the winner from Sweden. So, how do you feel?
I'm so happy. I'm so fucking happy. I'm so fucking glad to be here. Right, Edmund?
Nej, vad fan är det?
Let's see, I'm really happy to be here.
Now the weather. Now me with the weather. In Florida it should be up to 25 degrees, but in the rest of the week around 15. But the big news is in New York. It will snow very much in this week. It will snow very much at Washington and Montana too. But in Ohio it's be cloudy. In Texas it will be really cold for this season of the year. But in California it will be warm, up to 20 degrees.
Now the sports. Hello, today I'm gonna talk about the hockey in USA. This is New York Rangers versus Colorado Avalanche. First the night at Madison Square Garden, the Rangers let the third period lead slip away and eventually dropped a 3-4 discussion to the Colorado Avalanche in a game decided by the shootout. It was tied 1-1 through 2 rounds. Colorado Alex Tanguay drove Henrik Lundqvist way out of his net before beating him with a whisk shot to put the Avalanche ahead in the shootout. New York's Listempniak was denied by Airs goalie Semyon Varlamov, cementing the loss for the Rangers, who are 3-2-3 over their last 8 games and just won 3 in the shootout this season. The Rangers had carried the lead into the third period for just the 4th time in 16 games this season, but it took Colorado only 7 minutes 54 seconds to erase a 3-2 Blueshot advantage and tie the score on a Nathan McKinnon power play goal, with Jesper Fast in the penalty box. McKinnon slapped a shot from the left wing that changed the directions of the stick of Rangers defenseman Dan Girardi and threw the pass of Lundqvist upon the visitors even. 4 minutes later, Rick Nash nearly restored New York's lead with a power move to the net from right wing, but Varlamov made a solely pad save. The Rangers had other chances to win the game in regulation, including a power play with 3:11 to play and an open snapshot by streaking Marty H.T. Lewis that was smothered by Varlamov as the clock wound down to 3 seconds before overtime but failed to capitulate. The both teams came close to winning during the 5 minutes overtime. Mats Zuccarello drove a shot through Varlamov's pads at the 4-minute mark, but the puck fell just short of the goal line, and a second later Tanguay rang a shot of iron at the other end of the ice, and Rangers lost the overtime.
It was all for tonight.
Goodbye.